Good morning. Today we are going to present something new about reading comprehension. It's not something new, something that students most of the time are suffering of. The main objective of our lesson is lexical items. How many students have this difficulty? Let's say 99% of the students are having this difficulty and suffering from this question. What this word mainly about, or what does it mean through context? Oh, most students are feeling disappointed because they can't understand how to do it. They can't deal with it. So in this lesson we are going to deal with this problem and we'll try to find answers for your questions. So don't leave your paper without answering these questions. So after this lesson, you'll be able to answer everything. Let's start with our lesson overview. So for today, we're going to deal with number 1, how do you identify new vocabulary in a reading text? Yeah, I know that you say it's difficult, but never mind. Number 2, ways of identifying a new vocabulary through context. So yay, you are going to have answers. Then you're going to practice, or we are going to practice some questions about this as this kind of questions. So let's move. How do you deal with a new vocabulary while reading a text? Yes. Do you try to guess the meaning through context? Do you ask another student or a friend? Ask your teacher. Do you look up the word in the dictionary? Yeah, which one of these things do you like to do? My advice to you is never stop while you are reading, and the best answer is the best way is to deal with the new vocabulary in a reading text is to guess the meaning through context. So try to read the sentence very well and figure out the answer or the meaning. Knowing the word class of the word may help you guessing the meaning. It minimizes the number of choices. What do I mean by word class? I mean by word class, noun, verb, adjective, adverb. If you are aware of these words and what do these words mean, you'll be able to figure out the meaning of the word, or it will help you minimize the number of choices. For example, we have the word noun. It is a name, like for example, we have Esma, Alia, these names. We have adjectives. Adjectives most of the time are describing nouns. Also, we have verbs, which are the actions. And we have adverbs. Adverbs all the time are describing the actions. That means describes the verb. Now, if you know the word class, this will help you. Another thing that you have to put in your consideration while you're reading, you have to know the suffixes and the prefixes of the word. For example, here you are having suffix and prefix. The suffix here is something or some letters that we add them to the word that may change something in the word, like for example the word class. Also we have prefix. Prefixes, they are part of a sentence or letters that we add them at the beginning of the word to change the meaning of the word. Like for example, we have unhappy. The word happy, the opposite is what? Unhappy. So if you know the suffixes, the prefixes, and the word class, this will help you minimize the number of choices while you are answering. So we need to know first to go through context, then you have to know the word class of the word. Also, if there are some suffixes and prefixes. Now, let's practice. What does alternative mean in the sentence? Engaging the maid at home is the other alternative to sending. We have here choice, reason, effect, offer. Let's have a look at them. All of them are nouns. Okay, so we can't judge this. So we need to go through the reading lesson or the reading text. Let's search for the word in the text. We will try to find it. We found it. And after locating it, we will read the whole sentence. Engaging a maid at home is the other alternative to sending them to nursing home, which I think it is unpleasant. So this will give us a chance to get what is the meaning of the word. Also, we have here alternative, the word alternative. Most of the students know this word, but we will go through this through the reading. So the choices here are A, B, C, or D. Let's figure out what is the answer. The answer is choice. The second question. What does aids mean in the sentence? For a mother and a wife, a maid aids her with her. So we have here aids. Number A, depend. Number B, argue. Number C, give. Number D, help. So here we need to go back to the text. If you can remember, this is the text that we use in the first and the second lesson. And also it is about maids. So we located the word aids in the text, and we will read the sentence. If you will read the sentence and you will not get the meaning of the word, you need to read the previous sentence, or maybe you can read the whole paragraph. But don't waste your time by reading the whole paragraph. Let's read here. For a mother and wife, a maid aids her with her daily chore, giving her more quality time to be spent with children and husband. So I think that you got the idea here and you got the answer. So the answer here is help. Another question here we have, the more questions you have, the better you will be, okay? We need to deal with these things. What does void mean in the sentence? So this is the question that comes all the time. Then we have a sentence here. Maids tend to fill in the void of parents. Some of you will say, yeah, I got it. But look at this. Void means what? Is it a place or side or time or need? Let's have a look at the text. Most of the students also look at the reading text and see, oh, there are some bold words. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, these are words, new words. As I told you before, you need to try to find the meaning of the word through context plus the word class and the suffixes or the prefixes. Let's have a look at the word basically. Basically is an adverb, and here it says here we have to focus that this word is describing an action. So now this one will minimize the number of choices here, that I'm dealing with an adverb which describes an action. So I'll try to read it in this way. The common reasons why some families have maids are basically to care for babies and young children and the sick and elderly. So here basically we know the answer by knowing that this word is describing a verb. So here it describes the caring thing. So this will give me the chance to know the meaning, or give me at least 10% to get the meaning through the word class. Another good example here, the word valuable in the first paragraph or the introduction. It says here valuable. Look at this word. It is, if you can look here, valuable. Able is a suffix, okay? And as we know that suffixes, or as I told you before, suffixes change the word class, but it doesn't change the meaning. And also here, the word that if it's changing the word class, so you will know which word class is it. So here you will look, and also again it will minimize the number of choices. For example here, more and more families are turning to maid services to help free up valuable time and keep their home looking neatly. Valuable. Valuable here, look at this, value and able. So here this will help you also get the meaning of the word. Let's go down here to the paragraph, which is, I think it is the 5th paragraph, the word dishonest. Here, and this time, they are adding here the word dis, or the part dis, which is the prefix dis, dishonest. Okay, most of the time we know this word honest. That means you know the word. When I say dishonest and you know the meaning of this prefix, you will know, or you get the answer. Here, a good advice for you students, to try to memorize as much prefixes and suffixes as much as you can. This will help you know the word class and also know the meaning of it. As I told you before also, prefixes changes the meaning and suffixes changes the word class. So this one is also helpful to show you that this honest here, it is the opposite of the word. Okay, my good advice to you is to go to your books, go back to your books, open page 137 and 136, try to memorize as much as you can, as prefixes and suffixes as you can, and never lose this thing. Please, this will be helpful. Try to memorize them, because you, by learning the prefixes, you will be able to know the meaning of the words, and by knowing or by memorizing the suffixes will help you know the word class. So never lose this thing and waste your time trying to find out answers when you have the answers in front of you. To sum up, so I think that most of you are feeling afraid of going through this thing, reading and getting new vocabulary meaning. Don't worry, girls, don't worry, boys. Try to relax. Read the questions as I told you before. Read them carefully. Try to find out the meaning through context. This is number one. Number two, through word class and suffixes and prefixes. And I think that focus on this thing. Please, please, please memorize as much as you can of these things, suffixes, prefixes. I hope that you find my lesson beneficial and enjoyable. So take care and try to do your homework very well and memorize as much as you can. Thank you very much. Good luck.